today we're headed off to Sedona to pick up some jasper fiddle stones. Knew I should have passed that truck. Wonder of wonders, I got out from behind the truck, so there's a pretty good view of the hills around us. We'll head up the mountain now. I'm here in Sedona, and I'm on the side of the Airport Loop hiking area, and behind me a mountain that Walt Disney actually was inspired to make his Magic Mountain from. And so while in Sedona, I wanted to talk to you about a lot of focus on spiritual things in this area. I have no problem with believing in the spiritual realm. In fact, I think it's quite real, and I think it's the place of God's abode, and as well as a lot of angelic beings, good and bad, and that's what we see in the Bible as well. So just thought I'd throw that out there for people to consider who may put great trust in spirituality and spiritual things, and maybe you've had coincidences, maybe you had experiences where you knew things in advance, all those kind of things, what would be called clairvoyance or paranormal. And the question there is, where did the energy and the atomic particles, the quarks, all the things that make up the elements, where did that come from? And you have the same kind of question with the spiritual realm, because it obviously didn't evolve. It obviously is either eternal or somehow it was created. And see, that's the big question. And it turns out that the cosmology of the spiritual realm is even more demanding, really, than trying to explain the material world. And the Bible says in many places that God created the heaven, that spiritual realm, and the earth, and really the universe. And so I would just wanted to challenge people who have never thought about that before. As I'm walking along, many of you, if you watched many of these videos, you know that I am an avid rock collector, and for good reason. My stepdad that I got at a young age, Dr. Truman Fleener, was president of the Tulsa Rock and Mineral Society, and so we went on a lot of rock hunts when I was a kid. And so I just grew up enjoying going out on weekends to various places and hunting for different kinds of rocks. And so I guess you could almost say it's in my blood, but I can't tell you how much I enjoy it, and I hope you do too. Like many of the mountains here in Arizona, these are volcanic, and so you've got a lot of basalt and with the sandstone here. And I just wanted to show you a really cool piece I just picked up. This guy right here, if I get my phone to focus on it, it's a great desktop piece, or a large pocket piece, but this makes a great full hand fiddle stone. It's got even this ball up in this area. It fits in your palm. It's got some edginess to it. I love it. As we come further down the trail, I wanted to show you kind of where we left off on our views of Coffee Pot there on the end, and Magic Mountain, we could say, call it that. And then coming on around at some of these formations, as you get out looking north and northwest, it's pretty amazing. Right, so if you're wanting to hike this trail yourself and find the batch of fiddle stones that I'm going to be looking at today, I'm going to give you the code right here. You're looking at it. Hang a right. We're going to continue around though. And shortly you're going to come to a little crest in the road. And you got one going uphill. And that would be the Airport Loop. And going on down here to Bandit. So we're going to take Bandit to basically the bottom of the hill. All right, we are here. We've arrived at the place we were trying to get. I'm going to do some multitasking here so that we can get some good sound from a little ways away. And so what we've got is a wash off the hill, and from that wash we've got a number of agatized stones. I found a pretty nice one right there with some contour, and you've also got this neat green shirt. Let's see if I can get this thing to focus on my hand. It just doesn't want to do it. I'll have to put it on the ground, I guess, so that you can see it, but there it is. And that's a keeper. It's got color, it's hard, it's got edges, and so that's what I'm looking for. And so I'm just going to keep poking around here, see if things are about the right size and shape. May have just solved a great mystery. It appears that there was a autofocus locked. Well, who knew? I've only been filming that way for like 20 times now. So anyway, finally I get to show you some things and what we're looking for in little dimples. So poking on up the hill here, anything that's got sharp edges, a dip perhaps, and is good and agatized. It's got color. Let's see what we got here. No, keep looking here a minute. There are a lot of smaller pieces here that fit the bill. Triangle, nice to work with, but these little ones are nice because you can throw them in your pocket. And so some of the bigger things I've mentioned as potentially desktop pieces for your office or your computer desk at home and that sort of thing. But I don't pass up these little ones because they work great.